If you want to flash your GPU BIOS from within Hive OS and you don't really know where to start, you're in the right place because we're going to get to it. Give me just a minute. Welcome to the SavageMine YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you want to learn more about crypto mining and crypto related projects, you can get a daily dose of it just by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell right now so you don't miss out on anything. You can also follow me on Twitter because over there I keep you informed of what's going on the channel most of the time. It just depends on what's going on. I'll do polls and things like that to help decide what we'll be looking at on the live stream, so it's interactive and your participation. Good grief, I can't say this word. Participation may actually determine what the content will be about that night. Last night we were covering ETC, how to mine ETC, Ethereum Classic. During that stream I realized that one of my GPUs had not been modded, which was kind of odd. But you know, you guys know that I typically mine you know, kryptonite algorithms, so I don't really have a lot of I don't typically mine Ethash, and that's what we kind of ran into last night, where I was mining Ethash and realized that one of the GPUs was only getting like 21, one of the RX580s was only getting 21 megahash. So it was this one right here, Hynix. It's got Hynix memory, and that's something else that I remembered way back when. I think I RMA'd this GPU because I believe I might have actually messed it up BIOS modding it. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was bricked. I sent it back. They replaced it with this one, and it had Hynix memory. So it's just one of those things where, I mean, it just happens in an RMA type situation. And yeah, so I just realized it last night. I'm going to go ahead and throw this rig. Let me throw this rig on ETC so that we can kind of get an idea of what was going on last night. And I'm kind of using the new live stream, the YouTube Studio live stream, and I'm not sure I really like it. So the old classic ways seem to be a little bit easier. Hey, what's up, Shuby? What's up, Crypto Sweeper? And yeah, just I don't know. It's like I can't get to the stuff that I need to get to, like organized on my screen the right way. So it's kind of weird. I'll just have to play around with it. Okay, so you are mining swap right now, but changing the bat file. What do I put in as worker? Your worker can be, what are you on, Windows 10? It can be basically whatever you want, because it's basically just describing your rig to the pool if you're doing a pool mining situation. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. Alright, so I'm on ETC now. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. So if we look at what's going on here, in a few moments it should go back to where it's getting about 20 or 21 megahash while everything else is getting like 32, right? So all these GPUs are pretty much identical except for this one because of the memory. Let me do a refresh here. Yeah, you can kind of see what's happening here. So that one is only getting 20. 19.3 actually right now, while all the other ones are getting around 30. This one's kind of lagging behind, but there we go. So you can clearly see that something's not right? So this is what we noticed last night on the live stream. I was like, oh wow, now I'm remembering that this GPU, you know, wasn't BIOS modded. So that's what we're going to look at. And if you haven't already, Crypto Mikhail actually did a video on this. He did a good video on it. It's been a little while back. I can't remember the actual date on this. Yeah, January 9th. So, I mean, I will say it's a little bit dated because there's a few steps in there that are a little bit different now. They've done quite a few updates, but check out this one if you want to get more information about this particular evolution here with, you know, BIOS modding and flashing and all that stuff within Hive OS. This is a really cool capability that they give you within Hive OS. I think it's super neat the way that they do this. So, yeah, cool stuff. I've got videos on how to mine swap, but I don't think I have one on Windows 10. But you should be able to watch those videos and see what you need to put in there, depending on what miner you're using and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna forget now what miner I actually use for that. I would have to look. All right, I don't want to get too distracted here. All right, so let's take a look at this. So I'm mining ATC now. You can see it's at 314. You know, it will probably increase a little bit. Actually, no, these look pretty solid now. So 32.5 mega hash, except for this one right here, not doing well, right? So we know that that one's got a problem, and again, it's because it's not BIOS modded. So let's go through these steps here. I'm going to go out here. Let's get back in. I just want to stop it right now because I want to blow my breaker, because it draws a lot more power, you know, mining Ethash than it does kryptonite. So just want to make sure it doesn't pop the breaker real quick. All right, so let's go over here to cards. That's where we want to go. And if we scroll down through here, we see this one right here, GPU 5 on the AMD rig that has Hynix memory. And you can see I've already been messing with it. I already went through this process, and once I did it, I was like, oh shoot, I probably should do a video on this. So that's what kind of led me into doing this video tonight. Let's see here. So what we want to do first, all right, so if you I mean, we could probably just do it on another one, that way it's kind of like fresh, because you can see right here there's no vBIOS history on these. Let's see here. But these are already BIOS modded, that's the only thing. So this one's not. So we'll just pretend that this one has no vBIOS history here. But if you click on the ellipsis over here, the 3 dots, and then what you'll want to do first is you'll want to download the BIOS that it currently has, if it is working, right? Like, let's say it's the stock BIOS. So you want to download that first. So we're going to click download. And then it gives you an option here. Do you want to save it to the vBIOS storage that's like on Hive OS servers, or do you want to save it locally? So you can, I mean, that's kind of up to you how you want to do that. Do you want to save it locally, or do you want to save it on the servers? I'm going to choose to save it locally by not selecting this, right? And then I'm going to just click download. It should come up with a screen or a window that says, actually no, once it gets over here, I have to click it. So there you go. So once it shows up like this, then you click on that. Comes up with the window like, hey, where do you want to save the ROM? You can see down here it's named ROM. So I'm just going to save it in downloads for now. All right, so yeah, so if you need to pass SO, I think the worker address, I think it's referring to your wallet address. If that's what, I mean, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but it's probably your receiving wallet address. So the address you want to receive whatever it is you're mining, XWP or whatever. All right, so back to this. So I downloaded that, so that's good. So I'm going to exit out of there. And then if that was the stock BIOS, and actually this is actually the stock BIOS, because once I went through this process earlier, I just kind of went back and redid it so that way it would look real whenever we did it on the live stream. So I downloaded the stock BIOS and placed it right here. That's the stock BIOS. I can probably just here. It doesn't say stock, but I'm going to rename it. Actually, I probably already have that. Let's go over here to I'd already saved it earlier right here. Okay, so that's okay. I've got a copy of it, and something you want to kind of make a note of is the size, the file size, 512K, or see what it is over here, 512K, and that's just important to kind of note to make sure that you got the right BIOS and it's actually got a file size. Like especially if you're working with ATI WinFlash and stuff like that. I've seen some really crazy stuff happen where it'll throw a 256K file on here instead of 512. So just kind of keep that in mind. You kind of want to monitor the size of the file there. And 512 is right as far as I know. So let's go over there. Okay, so we downloaded the stock BIOS. Now we want to mod. Now we'll be using the Polaris one-click BIOS mod editor, the Polaris editor to do a one-click BIOS mod. There you go. So let's go ahead and head over there. And I think that I want to say that Crypto Mikkel had a link in his video to it. And I got this, man, this has been a long time ago. It's been a really long time ago. I think my version is 1.6. You want to run that as administrator. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys for long. So it looks like this, and then what you'll want to do is open up that stock BIOS that you downloaded. In this case, it's this one right here. So all we've done so far is we downloaded the BIOS to a location, and then we launched PolarisBiosEditor. And in this case, it's 1.6.7. And we chose to open the BIOS. So we want to open the stock BIOS, right? The one that we downloaded. That's the important part. So this is the one that we downloaded. It's really not in this case, but let's just pretend. So we open up that, and then we click on one-click timing patch down here. It tells you Hynix memory found, great. So it's applying good Hynix memory timings. Okay, there. So now in memory, it has modified that BIOS. Now we need to save it. So we would save it as modded. Okay, so once it's saved, that's it. Don't need to do anything else. Then we just exit out here, exit out there, and then we come back to Hive OS. And what we'll want to do is go up to vBIOS ROM storage, I think. And then we want to add a vBIOS. And then we would go and choose the file, choose the one that we downloaded, right? Or choose the one that we modded, right? The modded version. In this case, I'd have to go over here. And then actually what I'd done before was actually gave it that name also. It's kind of a long name, but it works. And then we're going to click upload. And now you can see it in here. So it's probably this bottom one, I would imagine. And probably for future use, I would probably shorten the name a little bit just to make make it a little bit cleaner in here, so that you kind of know what's going on. But in my case, you can see modded down here, stock right here, modded right here. So I kind of know what's going on. These are the ones that are just stock from Hive OS. They're not actually not stock because these are already modded, and I haven't done anything with them. Actually, I probably should delete them because I want to get confused here. And in this case, I've got 2 modded here. So I'll just remove that. Now I only have stock and modded. That's good. Then we go back to cards. Alright, so then we are on this one that has Hynix memory, right? We're going to click the ellipsis over here, select the vBIOS, and then we're going to choose the modded one, and then select. Actually, I guess you have to do these 2 first. So we want to reboot after the flash, because if you don't reboot, it's not going to take, right? It's not going to make any difference unless you reboot. And then we'll force the flashing also, and then we want to choose the modded one. So you have to, I guess you have to choose these first before you click select. And then once it's selected like that, you're not done. It says preparing right here, right? Then you have to scroll up here, one prepared to flash vBIOS. So then you click flash cards. I think if you go to workers, yeah, right here it says ROM flashing okay, now reboot. Now I told it to reboot, so I don't know, and it is actually rebooting. You can see that right here. Now I think whenever it reboots, it's probably going to start mining again. Okay, so it looks like it might be it might not be mining just yet, because remember I told it to stop mining. So let's go in here and actually it should be mining. I think that after I reboot it actually fires back up. So yeah, it did. All right, cool. I was just a little impatient there. So you can see right here, it is 277 so far. If I click on the rig here, so what we should see over a period of time here is that Hynix memory, remember it was stuck down in the 19 or 20 mega hash, remember, because it had the stock BIOS on it. So now it is creeping up there and catching up with the other ones. If I do a refresh here, they'll all probably settle around 32.5. There we go. If we go back out to, remember now that GPU with the Hynix was only at 20 megahash. Now it's at 32 with that one-click BIOS mod. So that's good. Now we're at 324 on Ethereum Classic. Now I'm not going to leave it on that, but that was just I wanted to show you using ethash because it's real obvious. You know, it goes from 20 megahash to 32.5. So it's like a huge increase. So I just wanted to use that algorithm as a test for this flashing. So now I'm going to get this rig back on CCX where it's supposed to be, and we'll be good to go. So basically, to summarize, you want to go into cards, and then the first thing you'll do on AMD GPUs anyway is you want to download the vBIOS for your GPU. You can either save it to the vBIOS storage or you can save it to your local hard drive. You know, that's completely up to you, but save it somewhere. So once you actually, you know what? If you're going to mod it, you pretty much have to save it to your local hard drive. I mean, you're not going to be able to grab it. You're going to have to go out there and download it anyway. If you save it to the vBIOS storage. So if you have to run the one-click BIOS mod or the one-click patch on it, then you won't select this, right? Because you're going to want to put it on your local hard drive so that you can get to it with the PolarisBiosEditor. So just keep that in mind as well. So, you would download it. We'll just run through it real quick again on this GPU 4 since it's untouched. So once it looks like this, then you click on it. It'll come up with a screen. Yep, good. And we're gonna save that. When it looks like this, so that's the one that we just saved. See, it's Micron there. Now this one's already BIOS modded, so if it wasn't, you could come in here like this, run PolarisBiosEditor, open BIOS, open the stock one, click one-click timing patch. Okay. So you might get three, I think it's up to 3 times that it'll say, hey, I found some BIOS. Alright, and then we're going to go like this. We're going to say modded at the end so we know it's the modded one. And now that's saved, we get out of here, back over here. This is the one we're messing with. Select vBIOS. Oh, that's right, we have to go back up to vBIOS ROM storage because we have to get it onto Hive OS servers. We're going to add vBIOS, choose the file. Go to downloads. This is the one that we modded right here. Open. Give it a name. and then upload. So now it's in the vBIOS ROM storage. Now we can go back to cards. Go back to the one that we're messing with, which is GPU 4. Select the vBIOS. See how these say Hynix? So these are not the right ones, right? So Micron is the right one, modded, good to go. And reboot, force, select, come up here and flash the card. And then it's going to reboot in a moment. And then we'll be good to go again on that one. Now that one is I basically downloaded the same BIOS, it was already modded, and just kind of like went through the steps again, just so you could see it again, how, all the different steps that are required in order to do this. In this case, it really doesn't matter because I'm mining Kryptonite on that rig. Yeah, I changed up the music a little bit. I do that from time to time. Hey, Cos Eso, hit me up on Discord, and I'll see if I can help you out there. You can get to my Discord up here through YouTube. If you go to my channel, right over here, there's a Discord link. Right over here. So hit me up over there, and I'll see if I can help you out with that. Alright, so now we got everything back to baseline. We got everything back to the way it was. So now let's talk about the giveaway. Wow, that's super dark. Let me see if I can mess around with this real quick. I don't want to get too bright, I like it kind of dark. All right, so tomorrow night's Friday, and Shuby and I are, is it 94 in here? Let's see. Uh-oh, I don't know where my little, where do we do it? It's almost 94. Alright, so Shuby and I, he's a mod in my channel here. Shuby and I are giving away some ETC. Yashnik from, I think we're going to give away 5. There might be more though, because I found 5. Remember, if you saw the stream last night, I actually ran into 5, or discovered 5 that I was not even aware that I had. So I might give away more than just the 2 that I already said. Shuby's going to give away 3. I'm going to give away at least 2. Yashnik from AIONpool.tech is going to give away 100 AION. So we have a lot to give away tomorrow. It's going to be kind of cool. Basically, in order to qualify for the giveaway, you will comment on one of the videos throughout the week. So you have to comment, and typically, I mean, we're giving away ETC and AION, so you'll want to have those two addresses, right? So don't make it really difficult on us, like having to, you know, exchange or swap those cryptos into something else to send it to you. So make sure you have an AION and an ETC address. You can get both from the Coinomi wallet, right? The mobile wallet. You could do that, or even Coinbase for ETC. You know, things like that. You know, just basically just have those addresses ready, AION and Ethereum Classic. And so you'll comment on one of the videos from Monday through Thursday, and maybe even tomorrow if I do 2 videos tomorrow. Basically any video before the live stream tomorrow night at 9:30, and you'll comment and you'll say, you know, that you want the ETC or that you want the AION or you want both or whatever. Just make a comment about the ETC or the AION so that we know that you're entering into the contest for the giveaway, right? And then the way that Shubi and I originally was going to do it was for every 10 likes on the live stream on Friday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, for every 10 likes we were going to do one giveaway. But because there's more than just the Ethereum Classic now, there's the AION, and then maybe even some more Ethereum Classic. I mean, we're not going to get, I doubt very seriously that I'm going to get 50 viewers. So I don't think that we would ever hit 50 likes, right? I mean, it would be cool, but I don't see that happening. So we might have to just kind of adjust it, maybe do it every 5 likes or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. We'll play around with it to see what's up. But I got to make it super fair. You know, I don't want to have it to where people feel like they got ripped off or anything. Not that you're going to get ripped off because it's a free giveaway anyway, but you get my point. Like, I want to do it like really fair, right? Yeah, so all you have to do as a viewer is subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter if you have Twitter, and then comment on one of the videos throughout the week, starting on Monday night's stream. Yeah. So comment on one of those videos, or you could comment on all of them, and that will actually increase your chances, right? Because the way I'll do it is I'll do a random number picker for which video the giveaway is going to be for, you know, 1 through 6 or ever how many videos I've done this week. Then I'll do the random comment picker, the website for that, for picking a comment from that particular video, if that makes sense. So there you go. It's pretty easy. Basically, you just have to comment on one of the videos throughout the week. And then you should be good to go. All right, so we are at, oh, actually that's a pretty short stream for me. Normally I go for like an hour. This is only like half an hour, so 34 minutes. And we're at 94. It just keeps getting hotter, man. Let me open up this door over here. Whew, I'm burning up. Yeah, see, I mean, I do that because the fans and stuff. I want the audio to be pretty good for the stream, so I turn everything off. Although last night someone was telling me that the audio was really good and that there really wasn't any background noise, which is cool. So I was messing around with my settings with Streamlabs OBS. It's like the program that you use for streaming and stuff. And I actually applied a filter for, I can't remember the name of it, I think it was like noise filter or something like that, and set the settings pretty high, so I was hoping that it would work, and it seems to be working pretty well, because I think the audio is probably, and actually today I forgot to pull my mic over here, so it's probably not even as good as it could be. Now it's probably a little bit better. Sorry about that, I forgot to pull my mic over. But anyway, it was probably still pretty good because I was watching my levels and stuff. It seemed all right. So just let me know. Like, y'all can always comment and say, "Hey, man, your audio sucks right now," or whatever, and I'll try to fix it. You know. But if it sounds good, let me know that too. All right, so that's going to be it for me. I'm going to end it right here. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys, you know, if you like content like this, if you're watching this for the first time and you're here for the first time, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell and all that. Follow me on Twitter so you can stay up to date. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Stay savage.